Robosen's biggest creation ever is on its way, but is your wallet going to be able to handle it? Robosen's popularity has grown immensely over the last few years, but does anyone actually spend money on these products? So just earlier this week, prior to the release of this video, Robosen just released its newest Generation 1 transforming robot in the form of Generation 1 Bumblebee, with that classic Volvo look and that classic voice that we all know and love. Now, of course, I'm sure there's a very select hardcore group of fans that love Robosen products, and I'm sure they've been waiting patiently for this since Robosen just recently, a little while ago, did release a non-transforming Bumblebee. Now, one has to think, why did they release the non-transforming Bumblebee if they knew this transforming one was coming down the pipeline? It's kind of weird. Now for me, the thing about these Robosen products, it's the price. And we'll get to that more later in the video. But for now, you have to think the early bird special comes in at almost 1,000 USD. Then the regular price of the product is actually closer to 1,400 USD. That is a lot of Transformer money. In today's economy, are people actually buying these? Like, this is insane. Now, I have to admit, they are pretty sweet. It's just they are hella expensive. While, of course, that amount of money gets you a Transforming Generation Bumblebee, how much money would it cost to get a fully transformable Devastator? Now, we don't know those details just of yet, but we do know a few of this future upcoming product. Let's get into this. But first, if you do enjoy what we're doing here on the channel, please think about hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. It really does help out the channel so much more than you know. We're hitting some goals. We just hit 1 million views, and that's crazy, and it's all thanks to you. Okay, so let's jump right into this here. And what we're looking at here are some early patent documents that have leaked. They've shown up on the internet, and what we're looking at here is the same group of, classic Constructicon figures where we have Scrapper, Mixmaster, and Hook, followed by Long Haul, Scavenger, and Bone Crusher. These are your classic Transformers Generation 1 Constructicons that make up Devastator. Now, of course, the early look here has them, transforming, forming a fully realized Devastator. But there's a difference here. I think there's going to be a certain degree of what we call parts forming. You have to understand, I do think the robots are going to transform into vehicles automatically, similar to your Bumblebee, similar to your Optimus Prime that Robosen has previously released. The difference is that it does appear from these leaked documents that the Devastator has sort of a skeleton system similar to what we've seen with Legacy Menasor, and those transformed bots will possibly have to be placed on the skeleton system to form Devastator. So that's where we get the parts forming. You have to have that human hand interact. I do not envision that the 6 Constructicons are going to fly through the air to form Devastator. So I think that's understandable. No matter if you're paying $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, we don't have that technology as of yet. So there's going to be a certain level of parts forming. I do think the individual bots will transform into their vehicles and possibly their Devastator parts, but you're going to have to place that shield on his chest yourself. You're going to have to move a couple other things around. You're going to have to link in the arms on this skeleton system. So this is what the early documents show us, and of course this is what we're going on. This is what the internet is kind of buzzing about right now, that Robosen does have this Devastator in the works. Actually, there's already leaked photos on the internet that are from 7 or 8 years ago, where it showed that Robosen, before they even had the Transformers license, was already working on some construction vehicles that could transform. So this has been in the works for a while, and I think we'll see it, in the coming months. More and more will leak out, and we'll see how it goes. But there's definitely going to be some sort of parts forming until we find out more. Of course, what has me up late at night is what this thing is going to cost. And if you compare it to the Optimus Prime, the Megatron, the Grimlock, and now this Generation 1 Bumblebee they just revealed, I could see this thing costing easily close to 2,000 USD. I don't know. Is this worth it? I think Robosen's going to need a lot of influencers to push this one out, because I think this one, in the end, depending on the price, might be a tough sell. Now, the interesting thing here is this is actually the third Devastator product that we're aware of. Currently, we have the Studio Series 86 version, which we know will be released during the year of 2025. They're already for pre-orders. Some of them are showing up at stores. Then, of course, Blockies has its own version. They have a Devastator coming out. And of course, this would be the third realization of that Generation 1 Devastator that we all know and love. Now, of course, there's actually no set release date on when we'll see this product as of the release of this video, but what we'll do is we'll make sure any new information will update in the pinned comment below. So go there if you're trying to figure out more details if you're watching this video a little later. So you know the questions, they're coming. Do you collect Robosen? Do you have more than one Robosen in your collection? Which one is your favorite? And will you be purchasing this transforming Devastator when it does become available? Let us know in the comments what your thoughts are, because we want to read them. While you're here, why not watch one of these other amazing videos right here, and we'll see you in the next one.